I am Coach Kenneth Robinson, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
SLT Nation, welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, we're searching high and low, and we're trying to find rising stars in our communities who are doing big things and living out big dreams. And today we taking y'all to Maryland, the home of the dopest crabs in America. We going to Maurice J. McDonough High School, and we giving y'all an elite coach. That's right, the men's head coach just took over the program a couple of years ago, and now this school has resurrected, and as they are on their way to doing some amazing things. Welcome to the family, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Kenneth Robinson. Coach K-Rob, how you doing today, man?
Good, I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this, man.
Rams Nation, we salute you. Hey, check this out. If this is your first time rocking with us and coming to the show, I am your host, the mouth of the South B. Jones, the all thing, everything, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬, Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the guru, the quiet storm. Shh. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling, man?
Gosh, I hate when you do that, man. But no, I'm feeling great, B. Jones. But for some reason, man, I'm feeling a little deja vu. I don't know why, but let's get it, man. Let's turn up.
You know what? And they missed the banger too. That was a fire episode. But hey, you know what I'm saying? We get to kick it with Coach Rob a little bit longer. You know, now we know him a little bit better. And you know what? The only thing I miss is that we had the picture of your baby girl in the background. I thought that was pretty cool. But now he at the office. Now he official. So let's see which K-Rob we get today, Kevin. Hey, before we get to Coach Robinson's amazing story, we got to pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. We need y'all to show us some love. 2023 has been amazing. It's been a blessing. We are growing. We blowing up, and we are showing up. But we need y'all to show us some love, all right? In order for us to keep this momentum going forward, on the count of three, I'm going to do some hooting and some hollering. And I need y'all to smash that subscribe button. It's that easy. Stop playing with us and start praying with us. Are y'all ready? Coach, is Maurice J. McDonough? Are y'all ready with us, Coach? Yeah, I'm gonna say it as many times as I can. Maurice J. McDonough. That's right, because that's probably the cleanest name out there in high school sports. But here we go, Ram Nation. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family. And we take that very serious. So y'all see us, y'all come give your boy some love. Give me a pound, give me a hug or something, because I am your new play cousin. But without further ado, Coach Robinson, you looking serious. You ready? I don't know. Is that a little bit of nervous energy right there? Are you ready? You gonna kill KT. You gonna kill KT with this. All right, Coach. Here we go. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation.
So B. Jones, why they can't come and give me dap too though? You always say give you a hug, give you dap. Can I?
Normally you had that stoic stale face. You know, ain't nobody gonna walk up on you. I mean, normally you just be looking serious a lot.
Yeah, but okay, whatever.
Big people jolly. Big people jolly and be happy. So people approach me.
You know what? I'll smile more. How about that?
All right,
okay. All right. To initiate you into the SLT family, gotta give us your top 5 music artists.
All right, so of course, I'm representing the DMV area, so I gotta shout out my favorite go-go band growing up. So I'm gonna start with Junkyard as one. I was a big Tupac fan growing up. Unfortunately he passed away, but Nipsey Hussle, Whitney Houston, and gotta have some soul in there, so Marvin Gaye.
B. Jones, I think his top 5 is like probably the first one where like 4 out of the 5 are not here anymore. I don't even know if the first one's here anymore.
I didn't even think about that one, but I mean, I'm still locked in on Junkyard.
It's a band, yeah.
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about Junkyard.
Yeah, I've never heard of Junkyard.
Junkyard, again, DMV, our local music is go-go music. So, growing up, it was about 4 or 5 bands that, you listen to. Of course, I'm pretty sure y'all might have heard of like Chuck Brown. Everybody heard of Chuck Brown.
I heard the name Chuck Brown.
That's more of the mainstream name, but locally, you got local bands such as Junkyard, Backyard, Northeast Group. That was doing my day. They probably got some different people now. And it's just, if you're from this area, that's just the music you grew up on.
So like, is it like that? She's a brick. What's like? What kind of music is it?
It's more. And the funny thing is, like, if you come here, you ride like the local metro, you hear guys hitting on buckets and stuff like that. But here they use the Congo beats, percussions. Again, the funny thing, just growing up in this area, all you did was listen to go-go. So go-go will remake songs that's on the radio. Then I'll hear a song from the radio and be like, "Oh man, they stole Junkyard song," not knowing that it was actually the original song. So it's just growing up in this area, that's just the music we listen to.
I gotta check that out, KT, because I'm kind of hype on this go-go music, man, especially Junkyard.
Yeah, we're going to check that out. All right, Coach. So we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. But you gave us a legendary top 5, and even though we don't know who Junkyard is, we want to know who it is now. So B. Jones, he has over 12 years of coaching experience, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give him 12. Give him 12 for that top 5. What's that 12? That sounded like 6, B. Jones. I'm joking.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Coach, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Growing up, I would have to say Batman. But then, we recently got our first black superhero a couple years ago, so it's definitely Black Panther now, representing Wakanda, and it's just all about representation, having a son of my own, for him to see a black superhero, everything the 2 movies represented. So for me, it's definitely Black Panther.
All right, T'Challa, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Again, I mentioned Nipsey Hussle. So for me, it's either Motivation, Grinding All My Life, and I'm gonna go with Grinding All My Life. And again, when we got the Nipsey Hussle on in the gym, the players already know it's about to turn up in there. It's about to be.
Do we see a different version of Coach Rob if that Nipsey on? Oh. Do we see somebody who locked in, who intense?
It's intense. It's gonna be a lot of running going on.
Also, on them days, I'm playing hurt.
You ain't lying. Hey, you be walking into the you got your bag and your shoes on, KT. Next thing you know, you hear that Nipsey. You like, is that Nipsey playing? All right, well, let me go around the building and text Coach. I got a flat. No, just it's a good locked in though, ain't it, Coach? Y'all know it's gonna be a good practice.
For sure.
All right, so if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be? I'm
gonna say the late John Thompson. Just growing up in this area, I grew up a Georgetown fan. And then the more I got into coaching, the more I started, reading up on him, read his autobiography. And I actually just read a recent book about the Villanova upset. And, in that book, it talked about the trials and tribulation that actually Georgetown went through, him and Patrick Ewing went through, just kind of with all the racial things. And just in reading, I actually felt more connected to him just from the standpoint of some of the things I do, which is kind of block my players, from the outside noise. And that was one of the things he did for his team. So I kind of related to that more, and which actually drew me to want to learn more about, his plight and what he did to come up.
All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
I'm going to say public speaking. So prior to being a coach, like a lot of people, I just didn't have a lot of experience. So, becoming a coach, you're out in the front, especially when you're a head coach, you got to speak in front of parents, players, boosters, all types of people. So, you get a level of comfort. And I would say, becoming a coach has actually helped me in my career outside of basketball, just that day-to-day speaking, public speaking, and getting used to that.
Okay, so this is probably the most important question I'm going to ask you.
Absolutely.
Initiation. B. Jones and I, we love food. We were talking about food before we got on the air, before you came on. What is that one spot that when we come to check out your team, what is that one restaurant or food spot that we got to go to?
I mean, it's the DMV. It's so much around. Of course, you can be seafood, crabs, but you're going to have to make a trip to Iverson Mall and get you some of them snickerdoodles, aka the crack. You can get a little $5 bag, snickerdoodle, $10 bag. It's for me. If you're from this area, it's a staple. Man, it's arguments. I say Iverson Mall. Some people might say Forestville. Some people might say up the road. But it's 3 places you can get them, and by far, Iverson Mall got the best snickerdoodles.
Okay, so how big are these cookies, Coach? Because I'm a cookie fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm guilty of getting caught in the hand of the cookie jar every once in a while.
Oreo, but they like real soft and like real sweet. And like if you get the $5 bag, you might get about 12, a dozen or so in there.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
For $5?
Yeah. $5, that's a lot of cookies.
Yeah, and you probably wouldn't even make it back to your car by the time once you eat one. That's how good.
You go buy that. You go drop that. You go get them that $5 bill you just got back from that 10. You gonna hand it back to him. Go run that second bag, fam.
And it's so funny because I brought my players some that shit, and you know, dudes is just running over there grabbing cookies in the middle of practice. Like, man, where you get these from, Coach? Where you get these from? Going home telling their parents, you know, we got to go to Iverson Mall.
Well, B, I thought he was talking about just people like dying from diabetic shock or something. That's what I thought he was talking about myself. But I'm going to stay away from it. So normally I would ask another question during the initiation, B. Jones, but we forgot to mention that this was kind of, sort of, you know what? This was a nomination episode.
Nominations.
We had Joy Cook on, and Coach Robinson told us that they went to high school together. So, Coach, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Joy. Give us the tea on her.
So first of all, Joy, that's funny. I know her as 𝐤𝐸𝐬. I grew up with her in high school. Yes, we did go to high school. She'll probably kill me though, but again, she goes by Joy now. She lived in the neighborhood actually where all the people I hoop with live. So we all just had a tight knit family. We promised that our class, which is the class of '98, Sarasville High School, shout out to the Hornets, that we just gonna do big things when we graduated, and I'm looking. She's doing big things, and hopefully I'm holding up that banner as well.
So
yeah, Joy doing some amazing things, and Coach, we gonna break down your story because we know you out there. You setting the ball pretty high, so it's I got to see some more of the graduates out of this class. What was that, 98?
Yeah, 98.
I'm still tripping on the whole 𝐤𝐸𝐬 part, but you know we'll probably talk about that a little later.
Oh yeah, she gonna kill y'all. She gonna kill both of y'all for that. She got old Brandon.
Sorry, 𝐤𝐸𝐬𝐬. All right, so to everyone that is watching this, please go to our website, yougotnext.com, to learn more about B. Jones and myself and the rest of our family members from our YouGotNext series. Speaking of family, most important thing in life will always be family, and we really mean that. So allow me to reintroduce our newest play cousin, Coach Kenneth Robinson, to the show. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Man, Coach, it's so exciting to have you back on the show, man. It's almost like we true family at this point. I can't wait to come up there and get the snickerdoodles and kick it with y'all, man, and we're gonna have a good time because we definitely coming. I think we try. How far are you from Louisville, Coach?
Louisville, definitely a couple hours.
A couple hours ain't bad. As long as they're like 6-7 miles.
It probably is about 6-7.
All right. Well, I know we're trying to get up there to Louisville in the month of July, so we're gonna see. We're gonna figure out a way to get out there, Coach. But take us back to the beginning. You just talked about hooping on the block. You know, DMV is notorious for some killers. We gotta talk a little bit about DMV hoop scene in a second. But tell us your basketball story, Coach. Tell us how you got into the game and what made you fall in love with it.
For me, again, just growing up, everybody played outside. You would go to different neighborhoods playing. And then for me, when I really took it serious, I just think back to 9th grade, not making the team. But then, that was one thing. But then the other thing was just a thorough butt whooping I took by a guy that ended up becoming my best friend. But just before I met him, and it's probably one of the worst butt whoopings I got in my life, but definitely a humbling experience that actually made me take the game a lot more serious after that.
Now, can you share with us what was the final score of that game, Coach?
We're not gonna do that.
Did you ever beat him? At any point, did you ever beat him?
So, with a lot of people, I pulled a KD. We joined forces, and then after we formed a super team with the for the Hoop It Up, which we won 3 out of 5 years.
Oh,
we went.
Man, I remember that Hoop It Up. Tell us a little bit about that Hoop It Up, because that's crazy. That's a tournament, right?
Yeah, so the Hoop It Up was this big national 3-on-3 basketball tournament. It would travel the local cities. So, from 16, I think 21 was the 5 years I played. We won 3 out of those 5 years, including 1 year. They would have a division called the Top Gun. So once we became 18, you could play in the Top Gun division. We ended up winning that 1 year. And it was just great. It was great to win that. It did a lot, of course, for my confidence in my game and everything that I was doing. It definitely, I wish it would come back because I think that's a lost form. Just that pickup grind 3-on-3 basketball. Right now.
No, man, you giving me business ideas. The Sports Life Talk Hoop It Up tournament. You know what I'm saying? 303, y'all. It's coming to y'all soon. Be on the lookout because we ain't gonna shy away from no opportunity.
It's a market for it. Trust me, it's a market for it.
Now, Coach, you sound like you said got my confidence. Now, y'all out there winning tournaments with other grown folks. Sound like you was getting buckets back in the day. Now.
Around the way they used to, my nickname was Craig Hodges. Because one thing I could do was shoot. I didn't respect it at the time, but as I've gotten older, everybody got to play a role. That's something I tell my kids. Your role is role. My role is to shoot. My role is if I'm open, knock that shot down. So of course, I don't know if a lot of your fans know Craig Hodges is.
That's what I was just about to say, Coach. How many times your kids have to pull out their iPhones and they first go Google who Craig Hodges is? I know Craig Hodges because I watched them buzz heads with the Chicago Bulls when they was in their championship run, but them kids don't know who Craig Hodges is.
Right. Definitely don't know who Craig Hodges is, but he might be on one of them grainy YouTube videos that they Google it real quick.
They know who Steve Kerr is because he coaching right now. They probably I know Steve Kerr, but they don't know who Craig Hodges. That's a dope comparison though. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Craig Hodges, you did not want to see him at All-Star Weekend because you already knew what a 3-point championship. You already knew who that was which direction that was going. All right, Coach. Now you took over a very tough task, and not too many. I think all coaches go into a situation with positivity, with open eyes, with, hey, I'm about to do something great. But let's just be real. A lot of coaches ain't able to move that rock up that hill per se, or to really change the narrative in a program. And after year one, let's talk about year one first. What was year one like walking into this culture, a losing organization, losing team, and you kept losing? So tell us what year one was like, Coach, taking over this program.
So year one, I looked at it as it definitely was a tough task. I understood. And then you got to realize year one was coming off the COVID year. So there was no off season. A lot of the kids had no varsity experience. And then you had the stigma of losing. So you had the stigma of losing. And I think for us, the season took a turn for the worse. It was already bad. But we took a real bad beating on my birthday.
Not on your birthday.
Oh, man. On my birthday.
That ain't how you wanted to hit 40. Is you was like, Lord, y'all.
Yeah, I hit 40 and I got 40 dropped on my head. 40 plus dropped on my head. But it was just dealing with a lot of inexperienced players. That year we started 2 freshmen. I think we started one senior and the rest was underclassmen, and we just kind of took our lumps, but we started trying to lay the groundwork and the foundation. And one of the things I try to do is just preach this message, which is the rebirth. And the message behind that came from just looking at what they did prior to the losing. So prior to the losing, there was years of winning, and I would put messages out, say things like, in order to go forward, you must know your history. So the history was that at one point the school did win, and that's what I was trying to do, just reestablish that at one point they did win.
Now, Coach, you talked about starting those 2 freshmen in our original conversation. You said that was kind of strategic and intentional, and I actually love that strategy. You kind of knew going into this thing that it wasn't going to happen overnight. And the reason I want to highlight that because patience is a lost art form. That's a lost art form in today's society. We all want to put our pizza pocket in the microwave. 75 seconds later, we eating, right? But the reality is, most things in life don't happen that way. And so you had to bear with these two freshmen. Y'all probably made a ton of mistakes. And from our first conversation, you talked about creating this environment like, hey, let's make mistakes. Let's learn how to lose. But by learning that, we're going to learn how to not make those mistakes and learn how to win. Tell us a little bit about that coaching philosophy, Coach.
So overall, I wanted the kids to be loose. I wanted them to be free. If you watch us play, the most structure we have is on defense. Our defense is very structured. Offensively, it's more free-flowing. We want to get out there. We want to get up and down. We want kids. Now, we do have a red light, yellow light, green light thing as far as when it comes to that three-point line. And that's just because of the era we live in where everyone thinks they can shoot threes. Yeah. And in playing those freshmen, I didn't want to put too much pressure on them as far as to be too rigid. So that's where, the free-flowing and the relaxed environment came from.
Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not trying to call shots, but my co-host, or just, let me take that off. There are certain people, Coach, make sure you put that red light or that yellow light on them. Because there are highlights out there on the web of certain personalities, Sports Life Talk people, shooting shots, and it's not pretty. And I was advertised that this person was like Craig Hodges, and Lord have mercy, I got Craig from Friday. So.
I knew you was going to say, let me tell you something, Coach. I'm not going to let him get away with this. I haven't shot a basketball in over a year. I really haven't. I know it's not an excuse, but if I warm up and I got in the gym and I actually shot, you would see Craig Hodges. Okay, continue on. Oh, that's why nobody likes you.
All right, Coach. All right, so now let's talk about the rebirth. So all of a sudden, y'all take massive lumps. You're getting your head bust. Got 40 dropped on you your birthday. But that didn't stop this Maurice J. McDonough school, this team, this program, because last year, you guys went and y'all tore it up. 17 wins. We turned this program around, and now everybody's on notice. So, Coach, what happened? What happened in the transition to this culture? And what happened in the transition in the offseason? What made this historic change happen?
I'm going to say just the buy-in and getting the kids to believe in what we're doing. We say buy-in is necessary, but believing is needed. So you have to believe in what we're doing. So that was a huge thing we did. And then, if we're being honest, this is high school sports about academics. It was getting the kids eligible and getting kids to go in and take the book series. And we just happen to have a kid within our school that is a special talent. And not only is he a special talent, he was a point guard at that. So, getting on him from day one of this year, the school year, getting him to take his book series, getting him to, in so many words, change the trajectory of his life, from where he was to where he was going. I feel like, he was one of those kids that kind of got caught up in just the COVID situation, like being at home and working, doing virtual school. A lot of kids didn't learn that way. And along with just the belief in overall and what we were trying to do, we've seen that dramatic change in just a year, and the rebirth is on its way.
Now, Coach, it's funny you talk about that because Kevin and I, we have a lot of polar opposite philosophies. One of Kevin's philosophies is that it's X's and O's. You know what I'm saying? You could take, it don't matter who you got, you could take them and you put them in the right place at the right time with some good coaching. You could manufacture W's. And I'm just a flat out Jimmy's and Joe's guy. We argue about this all the time. I'm like, give me the best players and I'm going to bust your head. And the truth of the matter is you kind of a little bit of both, because you got a player, and shout out to that player first and foremost, to change anything at any age, to stop doing one thing and to start doing something, and to create a habit is a very difficult thing. And that young man changed your lives. He changed his life, but he also changed the lives of his teammates. He changed your life. He changed the school's history. And that's super, super, super impressive. So now all of this success, 17 wins, y'all go on to win the conference and all of this amazing stuff. I think now tell us what happened in the playoffs. And I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Coach, but word on the street is that, it was some technicals. It was some controversy in one of these games, and Coach Robinson didn't get to see the end of the game.
So we were playing one of the schools that I think, if I did the research, I think they haven't beat them since 2005, something like 2005, 2007. And it was definitely a heated, intense game. And by then, we kind of had already established that, we're a for real team this year. We're up. three with about maybe 15 seconds left, and they call a foul against a 3-point shooter. And again, I'm not saying he didn't foul him. Normally in those situations, I go back and look at the film, and I'll say the ref was right or he was wrong, and we kind of move on from there. However, you blow the whistle on what I feel like was very little contact, and my kids are instructed in those situations, we just run the ball up the court. So he makes all 3 free throws. We run up the court. My guy goes right to the rim, and I could have swore he got hit by about. If it was 6 people out there, he would have got hit by all 6 of them. But it was 4 or 5 guys. And now you want to hold the whistle. And, it just had a momentary lapse in judgment, fighting for my guys. And next thing I know, I'm listening to the game from the showers. And the only way I can tell who's winning is where the cheers is coming from. The cheers is coming from the right side of the gym, they scored. If it's coming from the left side of the gym, we scored. And fortunately, we was able to pull that out, but it did cause us, a chance to, play a little bit deeper. So, you live and learn from that.
Now, Coach, I know everybody like, ain't no way. He's smiling. He a happy coach. He all about positivity. Ain't no way he got ejected. But I guess it's a lesson learned enough for everybody, right?
Right.
But you look back at it, you blacked out with.
And that's what it was. It was one of those moments. But again, I think at times you got to fight for your guy. So it's not something
Coach.
I look at and I feel like they rallied behind it. They pulled it off in overtime. So definitely.
Coach.
In other words, it worked.
It worked. Hey, that's right. Y'all got to win. That's all that matters, All right, Coach. Now you were celebrated. We always want to see coaches and people in general get their roses. You took a program that had a history of losing. You turned it into a winning program, and then all of a sudden you get this phone call from the SMB. From the what is that? The Southern Maryland Coaches Association, Basketball Coaches Association.
Yes.
And they award you with the Coach of the Year. How special was that, Coach? How sweet was that to get that call, and what did it mean to you when you heard that news?
It meant everything. It meant all of the work we put in the off season, all of the nights up late watching film, breaking down this player, breaking down different strategies to figure out just how to win a game. It all manifested itself at the end. That wasn't the intent, when the season started. It was just to go out there and get better every game. And for that to be recognized, it definitely meant a lot.
Well, Coach, I'm gonna recognize something else because there's a couple of brothers out here in the comments. We need to know what beard oil you and KT using because we can't see it on the shirt, but if y'all look in the picture, this man here got that Kimbo slice going on. I mean, that thing is off the chain, Coach. What kind of beard oil y'all using, man?
What my man, he said juices and berries, man.
All right, Coach. Well, it is time for the championship rounds. Welcome to the fun part of the show. We're going to play a little bit of game. And have you ever played a game called Would You Rather before?
No.
All right, well, it's super simple, Coach. It's super simple. Both KT and I are gonna make a pitch. We're gonna throw an option out at it. You select one of those options that host gains a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And so it's gonna be fun. And you are now officially calling all the shots. So KT won the last game. So KT, let's go, man. Kick it off. Let's get it.
All right, Coach. Would you rather win your conference title 5 years in a row, and I'm guaranteeing you a spot in the state semifinal game, or
would you rather be in the locker room looking at those young men? Maurice J has finally made it. Rams are in the championship game, but you don't know if you're going to win, lose, or draw.
I got to go to the chip, man. I got to go to the chip.
And that is the right answer, Coach. All right, here we go. Round number 2. Would you rather have Netflix come to your program and do a Last Chance U style documentary called The Rebirth, where we follow you, your coaching staff, and your players, and we tell the amazing journey of how you guys have came back from the dead? Talk about that player, right? We're going to showcase some of these amazing stories. Or
host your own food show on ESPN, where you travel the world, interviewing athletes and celebrities as they take you to their favorite places to eat in their hometowns.
It's gonna be about the rebirth. It's got to be the rebirth.
Hey, Kevin looked so defeated before he even started. When I said rebirth, Kevin was like, "Oh,
that's not fair, man. This should be some like words of the off limit. Rebirth, I couldn't do that."
That's what the Maurice J. McDonald School is all about. This basketball program is about the rebirth, KT. And that right there is the rebirth of me because I've officially won this game and now I'm back in the W column. But we're going to do the last round just for fun, Coach, because Kevin and I both are sneakerheads. We talk about sneakers on our Wednesday night show. Y'all come hang out with us. It's at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And we talk about fashion, entertainment, pop culture, sports. We talk about it all. This is a fun show. But my segment is called The Drop, in which I'm dropping a new pair of sneakers every week. So we want to challenge you and your sneakerheadism. All right, Coach? So before the show, KT and I selected a pair of sneakers that we thought best represent you. On the count of 3, you're going to say, hold that sneaker. And when we hold the sneaker up, you got to select which pair of sneakers mean the most to you or which one you think would best represent you. All right? And whichever one you select, that host will win the final round. Even though it's my game already, it's still this one kind of mean a little bit more to us, right? Because now we get to stroke our sneakerheadism. All right, here we go, Coach. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hold that sneaker. Oh, I gotta ride with the Mouth of the South sneakers.
Well, Coach, you can pick one. So now I'm getting swept because
that was an official sweep. Yeah, y'all know what that means. And new Sports Life Talk champion of the world. Oh my goodness, still kind of heavy. It's still kind of heavy, KT.
B. Jones, who was it that nominated him again? Was it George, Shamika? I don't know who the hell it was. Whoever it was, you need to do a better job in vetting your people. I'm supposed to have won this.
Oh my goodness, the belt is back where it belongs. This is from a motivation. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Well, the title of the show, Sports Life Talks, You Got Next. Y'all already know what this platform is about. We telling amazing stories. Coach Robinson got one of those amazing stories. But, Coach, now that we rocking with you, what does the future hold for you in your own words?
I think we're going to continue getting better. I think going into this off season, we're playing in one of the bigger summer leagues. We're looking to make that next push, which is a regional championship on towards states. As for me, I'm just going to keep getting better in my craft, doing necessary things, going to different college practices, reading different books and things like that, just so I can come back just as better as the players I expect to come back in the winter.
Now, Coach, speaking of coming back, we got to get you to come back on here. And normally I ask a legacy question, but today I got to focus on this DMV hooping because we got some big names out there. Now we starting to hear the story more and more about how elite this DMV, and I'm a South elitist, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing there's some dogs up there in the DMV area. Coach, do you feel like they need to be taught more? The Kevin Durant's, the Angel Reese's. Do you feel like DMV basketball is underrated and it don't get the type of respect that it deserves?
I'm not gonna say we don't get the respect we deserve. I think it's well documented and published that this is the hotbed for basketball nationally. I think it was Sports Illustration or somebody, maybe Sports Center, 5-6 years ago, posted that PG County is the new hotbed for grassroots basketball. So. We'll continue to see players go to the league from this area. We'll continue to see, the high school teams continue to progress from this area.
Hey, PG County, the hotbed for some crabs too. Oh, wait! I can't wait to get out there, see some hooping and some crabs. All right, KT.
All right, Coach. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Of course, I want to shout out to my wife, Valerie, my 3 kids, Weston, Tyler, and Zoe. And of course, Coach Douglas, who I got my start with, which was my first high school coaching job. He brought me in.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story. Why don't you do the same thing? With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Like I said, I already spoke with him earlier in the show. Tyreek Petway, you got next.
Tyreek the Phoenix Petway, and then this is gonna be a senior season, right?
Correct.
This young man is phenomenal. Y'all about to get to hear the firsthand story of what it takes to truly bounce back and to be a part of the rebirth. So we're going to get some inside content. Tyreek, your ticket has been punched, my guy. We can't wait to hear your story. So we're going to be reaching out to you very quickly. But Coach Kenneth Robinson, you got next. Coach, you are icon. Man, you a trailblazer. You the truth, my guy. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you coming on the show. Just hearing your positivity, your optimism. You are truly a vibe, first class. And we rooting for you all along the way. Anything you need from us, Coach. Yeah, you are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Sports Life Talk Nation. We did it again. Man, I love doing this show. This is probably the best job in America. Y'all keep rocking with us, though. Stay plugged in. We got more heat coming your way. I'm telling y'all, we only halfway through the year. Think about this. We gave y'all over 80, almost 100 shows, and we ain't even halfway through the year. So buckle up, because this ride is going to keep getting crazy. We need your support, though. Don't forget, share this episode. It's a coach out there on the West Coast that need to hear how to turn the program around. It's a kid out there that need to hear about, what motivation looks like. So y'all make sure y'all share this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow. We drop social media content every day. We on all of the social media platforms. Come be a part of Sports Life Talk, at Sports Life Talk, one word. Also, if you sitting there, you like, man, I would love to be on this show. And you like, man, I want to come on and tell my story. You can. We can't find everybody, but you can come on and tell us. So all you got to do is go to our website at yougotnext.com, click on the nominations tab and fill out the information and tell us why you think you got next and you deserve a shot to be on this show, and we'll reach out to you and we'll connect with you. All right. And then lastly, Wednesday night, don't forget to come hang out with us. It's a live show. Yeah, we talk a little sport. We're going to talk pop culture, entertainment, fashion. It's a fun show because right now we're one way, right? You listening to us talk, but on Wednesday nights, your voice is heard. You get to actually come on and leave your comments, and they come across the screen. So it's a cool experience. Plus, you get to see me sweep KT and dominate him like I normally do. All right, KT, you can fix your face. Fix your face and close us out, man. Get us up out of here, bruh.
Well, B. Jones, I'm not feeling a lot of joy this episode, but I mean, the one thing I can say is, man, we got a new family member in our family, and yeah, Coach, whatever you need from us, please let us know. I don't like your sneaker taste, but everything else about you, man, you're dope. That program you're going to build that program up, and in a couple of years, we'll be coming to a state game with you. So, man, thank you so much for rocking with us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Motivation plus patience. I don't know what Nipsey be saying, but that song go hard. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know, your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
Crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.